majority of you.
Hey girls, so, we've got a situation. Amberlynn Reid's Discord voice notes have been leaked, and they weren't leaked by random trolls, they were leaked by her now co-workers over on LolCow Reapers. Along with the voice notes, there are screenshots, messages, and additional context that paint a much bigger picture than what Amber's been presenting publicly. I'll be playing the clips, showing the screenshots, and letting you hear, and see, everything for yourself, so you can form your own opinion. Let's get into it.
I like the scooter and sweet tea part. I'm sorry, I don't really like Amberlynn Reid. I don't really think she's entertaining. I don't really think she knows what this is. I think she's cool though. I mean, hey, you know, I'll watch it. I'll give it a try. I would like the to prove me wrong. I'm gonna be real. I would love her to, but I don't think she's gonna be here longer than a week. I don't think she'll be here very long. I really don't. I have a weird feeling about Amberlynn. I don't know why, but I do. I give her a month at most. At most. Which one's the one that was married to the guy, the Islamic guy?
That's Foodie Beauty.
Yeah, she's more interesting.
I don't know.
Can we have her instead? Can we have that one instead? Let's change him out. Wait, isn't Yo Mama obsessed with Amberlynn Reid?
He sticks up for Foodie Beauty and Amberlynn Reid. That was his job in the whole girl world spectrum. When
you say sticks up for us, like when they do a bad thing, he sweeps it?
No, there are detractor channels, aka reaction channels to them. And that's and they are a big reason why I never covered Amberlynn Reid or Foodie Beauty, because that community is very toxic and a lot of bad things happen in that community. Booster ended up quitting as soon as they announced Amberlynn Reid.
What's Booster's issue with her? Oh, well, he told me.
Go ahead and say it, because we got clips of Amberlynn fighting with Zay Zooted about it and fighting with Roxy about it.
Oh,
so
really?
Go for it. Yes, I do. So go for it.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Go for it.
Booster just said to me that he doesn't like the fact that she is animals or is like mean to animals or whatever. Something about, he sent me a couple of videos. I didn't watch them because I don't personally like watching animals stuff, but I think it was one of her like tossing a cat, and the other one was like something about missing cats. There's some stories about what she did around that, right? And Booster was like, no, I will not work with her. I will not work with her. And I was like, well, she's on a different show. And he was like, no, I will not. I will not. I quit. I'm not dealing with people like that. So he just quit because of her.
This is what he said in the chat last night of live.
Yeah, I'm not associating with ALR in any way or be on the same network as her. Peace out, everyone.
Yep. And then that's when he did. This place is set up for second chances. Keem is all about second chances. If anything were to come out that was super bad, I mean, Keem would address it. And
yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. That is the LCU. Like, at its core, it's like flawed people, right? Flawed people that, like, Keem sees something in and, like, brings into the limelight a bit more and says, oh, here's your chance. And that was with Boogie Amberlynn Reid.
Okay, so I woke up this morning. This is what I hear. I open up the Discord and I saw this in our docket chat and I'm like, what the hell is this? And I press play.
Okay, so I'm currently behind, but I'm watching LolCow Rebel, and supposedly I'm an animal abuser. I just heard Zay say that she looked me up and things that she found about me was unsavory. And it's funny coming from her, who is genuinely surrounded by a bunch of hosts who have made so many mistakes in her life. And I'm assuming she knows things about rumors and this and that. But the fact that there are now Zay, Booster, and I'm sure other hosts are now believing girl world haters, because reaction channels have created a cult. Like, genuinely, reaction channels about me have made it to where every single rumor that they say about me, they have made it to where thousands and thousands of people believe them. And now, like, Zay just does a simple Google search about me and just assumes that all that shit is real. Literally, no. I'm going to be talking about this on Bus. I am through and through the biggest animal lover, no pun intended. And I will be talking about this on Bus, because this isn't going to be something that's going to be floating around the LCU that I'm an animal. That was part of girl world, and I could never stand up for myself because it was thousands and thousands of people versus one. And that's just not going to happen here. It's not going to happen in the LCU. And I just want to say thank you to Keem, who has like a nuanced brain and he understands the YouTube game and he understands that people will literally say anything about me to get you to hate me. But yeah, I'm sorry for rambling. I just kind of had to vent and get this out.
If Fat Camp happened in Oklahoma City, I'd totally go. Keem mentioned Oklahoma as an option, so just wanted to throw that out there. He invited me last year, but it was so last minute that I couldn't make it. Traveling is hard for a fat girl, so fingers crossed it's somewhere doable. Amber tells someone, we need lolcow borderlines, you and me as hosts.
Literally so sorry. So the haters that like stalk me every day, they constantly talk about the fact that I had like a hole in my pants like back in like 2014 and they can never get over it. So this was literally perfect timing. So I thought you were talking about that. Sorry.
Now keep this one in mind, girls. Amber says, I need to get my monetization back before I become a host. YouTube is mad at me right now. Someone says, have you checked with Keem? He owns the channels, so I would have thought you would be able to host, plus the content would be totally different. And Amber says, we have talked about it. I'm just feeling uneasy. I don't want to make YouTube even more mad at me. Amber then says, I'll probably never be a LCU host. And when another member tells her she will be, when YouTube denies her application for remonetization. Amber says, there would be no reason to deny my application if my new content fits TOS. They reply back, ma'am, if you had enough self-discipline to do that, then you wouldn't have the health issues you do, let's be real. Amber laughs and says, my health issues, and TOS, have nothing to do with one another. Pookie, Delulu isn't the Solulu, hope Rarity is safe and warm. And when Yo Mama sees a comment saying the bullying her is almost worse than Girl World, he comments back, it's not even close, people make a career off Amber and Foodie. Denmark replies, welp, you know more than anyone. You spent 15 years trying to build a career, and it was fat girls who gained you somewhat of a platform. Amber says, hey, I'm grateful for Yo Mama. He was the only one not scared enough to stick up for fat girls. Contessa checks Amber by saying, people stick up for fat girls every day, people will not stick up for liars on the other hand. Amber says, I think you're lost. And when someone calls Amber out for, let's just say, not being very nice to her animals or girlfriends, Amber calls them a snowflake cult member, to which they remind her that she too was actively trying to get into a cult right now, and said they are not a snowflake member, they just like exposing Amber for the terrible things she's done to animals and girlfriends. And the same Amber who was just crying about this exact same thing, telling people this is where she draws the line, replies, yawn, I'm bored. Silk says, you heard it here first, anyone that says something negative about ALR is in a cult. Amber replies, clearly you don't have logical thinking. The reaction channel community has manipulated thousands and thousands of people to believe things about me that are not true or real at all. Daisy laughs and says, "We have eyes." So if you saw yesterday's video, this is the conversation that Zay was talking about when she came on to confront Amber about lying about her. Amber tells Zay she needs to learn how to get her information from the actual person instead of people who make a living off lying about her. Zay says, "I don't need to do shit but keep being big mad." Amber says, "You're the most boring person in the LCU, so no wonder you have to believe a bunch of lies to create some drama." Zay says, "If I wanted to use your name for drama, I would've. I said I looked you up and I'm not a fan. If that offends you so much, wait till you make it a week in this I can see you're softer than you look, if that's even possible." That's when Amber laughs and says, "I was the epicenter of Girl World for 13 years. If I can do that, I can do anything." Keemstar steps in and says, "Do not be posting detractor nonsense in our Discord. She hasn't even started yet and some of you are starting this Amber should have a chance to start her career here without this dumb It seems Keemstar really wants her to save all of this for when she officially starts on January 1st, to maximize views, but Amber admits she was impulsive and went on LOL Rebels and argued with Roxy, as we all saw. Kayla says, "ALR joining the LCU is exciting. Keem is the best at really digging into lore and asking the right questions. I think it will be financially beneficial for the entire LCU, everyone will have to go through the deep dives and Kiwi farms and eventually everyone will realize nothing ALR has done is that wild, at best it's discussion worthy." Amber agrees saying, "Am I a bit controversial? Yes, but nothing that crazy at all, we all have a past." Then someone comments, "My question is, when you had monetization, you didn't want to be here in the LCU, but now you do when it's gone? Yo mama tried to get you here for months and you wouldn't." Amber replies, "I only joined because I went on LOL Pit and enjoyed it. He has nothing to do with my monetization because I have other ways I make money." And it all ends with Contessa saying, "Well played, young lady. I hope you are able to make the most of your opportunity." Now with that said, who has the best deals on washcloths right now? Amber says, "I like buying mine in bulk on Amazon."
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know shit about ALO. I don't know shit about Amberlynn Reid. I know a little bit, but I don't know about the shit that I've been hearing lately and what I heard in the stream. I didn't know about any of that.
Yeah, apparently she almost quit in the chat. I know Split Fries is just talking a bunch of bullshit in the chat and apparently said something about like, "Oh, Amberlynn's gonna quit over Josh," or someone said something about quitting over the sub and Fairy. No way. I mean, if you're quitting over me, then you better quit now, bitch, because I'm like the least scariest motherfucker in this universe. And if you're gonna quit because of me telling you how I feel, which I don't think you'll last long here, hey, that's fine on you. You do that, but
think she's
I'm
fine.
not saying I don't like her. I don't know her. I've never spoke to her. If I had a conversation with her, I'm sure she's very lovely, right? But I'm talking about what I know of her on screen. I have no idea about her.
Okay, Amberlynn Reid just typed in the chat, says, I'm not quitting, LMAO. See?
Thank God. Yeah, I just saw like 3 comments. It was like 3 people saying it. So I was like, okay, this is weird. Like, what?
Then Roxy popped up there because, you know, Roxy got to get in the middle of everything. And yes, I'm being shady to Roxy because Roxy decided she wanted to throw some shade at me.
Roxy Unfiltered popped up?
Yes, of course she did.
On a Loghouse stream?
Yes, this morning. Yes.
I've never pushed a girlfriend. 2, I've never set a timer and I've never even admitted to that. So already you're throwing lies out.
Wait.
Yeah, and now I'm starting to get confused because okay, the Amberlynn Reid I heard about was before this shit. I never heard any of this shit being said. I never heard anything about the cat, you know?
No, I've never heard anything
until
about
last
it.
night when Booster was telling you that and you told me that and I was like, do some current research. I literally looked it up. Does no one do any homework here? Bro,
What are you talking about,
she
motherfucker?
just got here yesterday. I know someone who floats around Girl World, and I know someone that will call ALR out and Foodie Beauty, but also call out the reaction channels too when they do bad. I have a friend that's in there. I've known her for years. I'll go talk to her and she'll point me in the right direction. Because the one thing I've learned throughout life, I don't watch detractor channels. I never wanted to deal with Girl World because they were just as bad. I never wanted to deal with them because I know what goes on in those communities. But I do have trusted people who circle those communities, and that's who I will go to. And that goes for you too, Roxy. She'll believe anything anybody tells her and doesn't even do the research on her own.
This is a weird point in the LCU.
Yes,
I think we're going to see loads of shit happen.
Yes. Maui said, here's my question. If Keem said all the LCU hosts background past drama are off limits in the LCU, why can't ALR have a fresh start? Make it make sense. Exactly. And guess what, guys? You who said, oh, the LCU is dying. The LCU is dying. What do you think having Amberlynn Reid's gonna fucking do? It's gonna bring people to watch the fucking shows. And guess who gets to eat off that? We all do, mother.
But there's a lot of terrible people here, and they're great at being terrible. But they're given a second chance, right?
Yes, that's
and they
the
get
whole
to be
thing.
who they want to be in the universe. They can shape their future from this point onwards.
Yeah.
You know?
Dynasty Gamer says ALR sucks though. Do you know how many people say Boogie sucks?
Oh, I just hate when Boogie cries all the time. He's annoying. He knows what he's doing.
Final Chicken said Boogie faked cancer and scammed millions. I don't know about the millions. I think it was thousands, but taken away from real cancer victims and potentially ruining more lives. Yet the same people who complain about ALR give him money. Hypocrisy at its finest. That is getting pinned. Okay, Grimm's Gallery says, people don't like Boogie either, but we have no choice. People want him gone, Xylee. Yeah, and guess what? You have no choice in Amberlynn Reid either because Keemstar made that decision. So if you don't like it, then I guess don't watch. This is Keem's universe. He's going to put the people he wants in this universe.
Yeah, the only way you can get rid of someone is don't watch. Don't watch, don't comment, don't do anything. Just don't interact with their stream whatsoever. And the less people that watch it, the more Keem's going to be like, hey, why the fuck is this even here? And fire them. But the odds, like, listen, like, you can look at those small channels, like with Phantom on it. Like, he gets like 20 views every day, right? But like, he's not getting fired. No one's getting fired, right? It's Keem that decides on everyone.
Xylee, will you eventually do a deep dive on ALR? Chat, remember the cows need to feed before they are taken to the slaughter. I mean, maybe. I don't know yet. I have no clue. I don't know what I'm looking at yet. I don't know anything about this. The more people demand it, I mean, bro.